Yes, the boys, welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel, and today BigRobbo is going to be rebuilding Swansea with Luka Modric on FM24. Now, the way I am going to do this today, boys, is I am moving Luka Modric to Swansea on the 17-18 database when he's not a fossil dinosaur 49-year-old. We're going to be locking him in every single season. He is going to play every game possible over these 5 years, and we're going to see with Modric if we can take Swansea back to the promised land, top of the Premier League. Of course, boys, if you've been living under a rock, Luka Modric actually took over Swansea. I don't know what's actually happened or what in the background has meant this has happened, but he actually has. I don't know what his plan is. I don't know what his strategy is. Nobody has a clue. It was a big shock in world football, and I'm just testing today to see if Modric and Swansea are the correct relationship, baby. So without further ado, lads, let's show Season 1's tactic and Season 1's transfers. But just before that, actually, if you want to get access to any tactics or the save file at the end of this rebuild, if you go to the link in my description, there will be a link to my Patreon. It is just £2 a month. You get access to all of my tactics, all of my save files, and a few of the filters that I use to find the best wonder kids on Football Manager. It's the cheapest Patreon on the market. But after that shameless plug, let's get into the video. So here we go, boys. As you can see, we are locking Luka Modric in Season 1 in that attacking midfield position. I've created a sort of 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, as I think it fits the players best at the club. Before we look at the full squad, though, let's have a look at some transfers. Of course, boys, the first transfer in was Luka Modric himself, and this is what he looks like at 31 years old on the Retro 17-18 database. He is just an absolute playmaker. He is so good on the ball. 19 first touch, 19 passing, 18 vision. We're always going to try and have him in some sort of playmaking role within the team. But of course, he's going to be our star man this entire rebuild. I mean, it'll be impressive if we can sign anyone even better than him. But Luka Modric is in, 31 years old. We've got him for 5 years. Next up, coming up on loan is a young Tammy Abraham, 19 years old. Everyone who plays this game knows he is a menace. So Tammy Abraham is in. We've also got another ex-Wonder Kid in on loan. I think this is actually a transfer that happened in real life, is that Renato Sanchez went on loan to Swansea. A very good midfielder. I think he's more of like a Mazzala, like a high-pressing midfielder, a bit creative. We'll see how he can do. But the first signing we actually spent some money on was Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez comes in for 14.5 million. He's 19-year-old on this database. If you use this database, always have an eye out for him because he's always so cheap over from Argentina. He's a good finisher, good off the ball. Physicals are decent. He's going to have a lot of room to grow, but I think he's going to be with us this full rebuild. We also brought in Sydney as well at centre-back, the Brazilian centre-back. I recognise him off FIFA, to be honest, but he's pretty decent on here. Good tackling, good marking, positioning, pacey. Very good for this level. A little freebie as well was Tremelunas. Now, this guy was, again, another guy that I recognised from FIFA. He used to have a non-rare card that was elite. But yeah, he's in the team. And the final one, boys, near the end of deadline day, I saw Jack Wilshere was unhappy at Arsenal, so I loaned him in. And look how good Jack Wilshere looks. Look at them stats. He can play box to box. He could be a playmaker. Jack Wilshere looks very good. But boys, just to show you the squad in Season 1, as I scroll down, you'll probably see some familiar names of this Swansea. You've got like Roque Mesa, Fabianski, Jordan Ayew. You've got Key in midfield. You've got Wilfred Boney. You've got Martin Olsen, Kyle Norton, Leon Britton. I remember watching these Swansea teams back in the day, and I used to absolutely love watching Swansea. They always played great football. They used to have an attacking midfielder, can't quite remember his name, you know, weren't involved in a scandal or anything. That guy, he was also pretty good. But of course, boys, in Season 1, we are just aiming to do well in the Premier League. Maybe like a top half finish, see what we can do with this Swansea team. Let's get into this first season and let's get simulating. Okay, boys, Season 1 is a wrap, and bang! 7th position in the Premier League, 67 points. Come on, then. 67 points in the Premier League in our first season, lads. We have done unbelievable. This league in this retro database is so difficult. The top teams and the players they have are ridiculous. If we just quickly check over to the stats, you've got Harry Kane, Aguero, Berahino and Dine. I don't know what them imposters are doing in there. Sanchez, Zlatan, Ederson, Petr Cech, Courtois, Lloris, Ozil. There's a lot of great players in this league, but some of that is great to see. Luka Modric, the top assister in the Premier League in the first season. Oh yeah, we've done him well in the first season. That relationship is going well. He was also joint player of the matches with fellow playmaker Mesut Ozil. But yeah, we've had an unbelievable season. 67 points, 19 wins, 10 draws. Just a very good season. And of course, boys, you can see it there, the UECL. We've also qualified for the Conference League in Season 2 already. So we're going to have European football in Season 2. If we look at the squad stats, Lautaro Martinez had a good season, got 17 goals alongside Modric getting 17 goals and 13 assists, which is crazy for someone playing attacking midfield. midfield. We've got Jordan Ayew as well, doing well up front with 17 goals. Roque Messer in midfield, doing good. Tammy Abraham on loan, did all right. To be fair, you wouldn't think that like them stats equal what we actually did in the league, but listen, I'll take it. We must have been strong defensively as well. If I quickly show you as well, boys, the quick pick best 11 for this season, it'll give you an idea of how we were lining up. So we had Modric, Martinez, Boney, Sanchez, Wilshere, Messer, Mawson, Sidney, Norton, Olsen and Fabianski. To be fair, it's quite a strong Premier League team, but it's clearly done quite well, so I'm buzzing. And for the budget this season, boys, the board have seen what Robbo Ballers does, and they have awarded me with £75 million to spend. I am very excited to see what we can do in these Season 2 transfers. Let's go and sign some great players and take this club into European glory and try and win that Conference League. Let's go, the boys. Right, boys, welcome back to Season 2. We have spent a fair chunk of money. Let's see who Robbo has brought in to this Swansea side. Starting off first at centre-back, we have brought in Walter Kahneman. Now, not too sure about this guy in real life, but he looks absolutely cracked. I think I'm the first guy to say cracked in 2025, but he actually looks a joke. I mean, look at them mentals. He is a mentality warrior. Reminds me of Lautaro Martinez. He could be a baller. But next up, lads, a more familiar face for you boys is Mikel Merino, coming in from Newcastle, actually, for 34 million. A box-to-box midfielder. Maybe lacking a bit on the physicals, but everywhere else, he looks pretty solid. I think he's going to be great for the team. Also, what we want, relishes the big matches in Europe. I think this is my favourite sign of the whole window, because Johnny Evans is joining Swansea. This man is the most civilised. Just look at him. Like, you could just imagine having a Yorkshire tea with him and a little Biscoff biscuit. He is a legend. Johnny Evans joins, a ball-playing defender, both-footed. He actually looks unbelievable, though. Like, memes aside and jokes aside, he actually looks a joke. He only cost me 19 million as well. The next signing as well, boys, which I had to fight off a few clubs to get, is Kieran Tierney. Now, Kieran Tierney in these old football managers was the original left-back wonder kid. This guy was a goat on a few FMs when he was at Celtic. We've brought him over for £30 million. Physical, technical, mental, 21. Kieran Tierney, he should have had a great career in real life. Arsenal ruined him. I'm going to make him revived and make him very good on this game. And the final signing of the window, boys, was Diogo Jota. Now, Diogo Jota was unhappy again, like Jack Wilshere last season. He was unhappy on deadline day. You know, I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw in a little cheeky offer, 17.5 million, and it was done. Jota joins, can play cam, can play striker, both-footed. Exactly what I like in an attacker. The both-footedness, the ability to play multiple positions. Love it, Jota. Now, in Season 2, boys, we are not changing the formation up. This Swansea 4-1-2-1-2, again, like I said at the start of the video, this will be on the Patreon for any Patreon members. We got 7th with it in the first season, getting Conference League football. Now, I don't know how Europe's going to affect us in the league, but we've got that Conference League football. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to lock Martinez in, of course, Modric in the cam position, and Fabianski in net to ensure that he's playing in all the games, because I know on this game, for some reason, when you simulate, your assistant manager in a European Cup final might put a 16-year-old in net. So Fabianski's playing, mate. If we actually quick pick the best 11, this is what it looks like. We've got Boney, Martinez, Modric, Klukas coming into midfield, Messer, Britton at the DM, Norton, Mawson, Sidney, Tierney and Fabianski. I'm pretty sure once they're registered and in the team, though, Johnny Evans is going to be in this team. For example, the players that we signed, like Mikel Merino, they're not registered for the league yet, but when we get to that point, I'm pretty sure they're going to be in that best 11. But again, it's that time. The White of Swans, we're in the Conference League. Of course, we've not won a cup yet either, and we're obviously competing in the Premier League. Can we get our first bit of silverware in Season 2? Let's simulate and find out. Okay, boys, welcome back to Season 2, and it is an 11th place finish in the Premier League. In the Premier League this season, we've dropped off, 15 points. If you look around us, though, to be fair, a few wins here or there, we could have pushed up easily to that 8th position. We are only 3 points off. 14 wins, 10 draws, 14 losses, a minus 16 goal difference is very worrying. Either we didn't score a lot of goals, or we conceded a lot of goals. If we look in the stats on the right as well, I'm not seeing any Swansea names. I think it's a season to forget in the Premier League. But for you eagle-eyed boys, you can spot a little EC next to the Swansea name, and we've qualified for the Euro Cup. What does that mean, FMers? Bang! Xerxes. We have won the UEFA Conference League. Listen, don't care how tin pot it is. Couldn't care less if nobody's bothered. It is a European trophy in the Swansea cabinet. If we look at the group stage, we were in Group G with Hapoel Beersheva, Vålerenga and KR. They sound like beers from Greece or something, but anyhow, we went through top of the group. We then go into the round of 16 where we have Rangers and we win 6-5 on aggregate, 4-3 in that second leg. What a game that was. We then go into the quarter-final where we face FCSB, which I'm pretty sure is a Romanian team, and we win 7-2 7-2 on aggregate. We absolutely blew them out the water. We then move into the semi-final where we play Nice and we beat them 6-0 on aggregate over 2 legs, which is insane. And then we move into that final, and it was actually a blockbuster final, beating Udinese 4-3. If we click into that final, as you can see by the stats, it was such an end-to-end game. Ayew, Modric getting a goal as well. Mesa and Sam Klukas in the 83rd scored our last goal that helped us win 4-3. As you can see, Luka Modric played, making 4 key chances and getting a goal. Impact. I like it. Like Bruno Fernandes, that. But yeah, boys, there we go. The first European trophy. Unfortunately, as well, we actually got to the FA Cup quarter-final and were knocked out by Reading somehow on a replay, and we played at home in the replay. I have no idea we got knocked out of that. If we would have gone into the semi-final, we would have played Burnley. I probably would have backed us against Burnley as well, and in the final, we would have had a chance against Tottenham. So that is quite disappointing. Squad-wise, though, this season, it's looking a lot better. Jordan Ayew with his best season so far with 25 goals and 8 assists. Luka Modric, though, at 32 and 33 years of age, getting 44 goal contributions from Cam. He is lighting up that attacking mid position. Martinez getting 19 and 51 is okay, not the greatest. Jota's been a good signing though. 27 goal contributions in 35 starts. But overall, boys, I don't think I can be upset, to be honest. I mean, I think Swansea fans would take finishing 11th in the Premier League if it meant they got to go to a European final and win it. The budget next season, a little bit less than the start of season 2, but we've got 54 million, a decent wage budget as well. Season's free transfers, we now need to prepare for the Europa League. Let's see what we can do in this Europa League, and let's see who we can bring in. Let's get on to season 3. Season 3 is upon us, lads, and let's jump in to my transfers. First off, starting in goal, we have brought in wonder kid Italian keeper Alex Meret for £60 million. I think he looks great. Great reflexes, one-on-ones, handling, aerial reach. I do like a big keeper. The boy's 6'5". Let's hope he does well for us. He did cost me £60 million. Next up, boys, coming in for 20 million is Adam Smith from Bournemouth. Now, he's not the greatest right back, but he's kind of all-round decent. A lot of his stats are 14s, flirting with them 15s, but he's pacey, he's good, he plays on the right, and he can also play left back as well if we need cover. Next signing coming in is midfielder Alan, the Brazilian, for £14 million. Again, I remember this guy's card at Napoli on FIFA, and he was a joke, but Alan comes in, a CDM who can also play in midfield, but on the ball he's not actually too bad. He's got 14 passing and dribbling first touch, so he wasn't even bad being on the ball, but he looks like a very, very solid defensive midfielder, especially for 14 mil. And then the last actual transfer of the window was Gabriel Paulista. Now, on this database, it is so hard to find defenders, never mind when you're at a club with a lower reputation, which is even harder to then get players in. So Gabriel Paulista, when I saw him come up for 30 million, I thought, I've got to bite this now while I can. 15 pace, 15 acceleration, great mentals, great physicals. He looks a bit like Kahneman, the Argentinian that I signed in season 1 or 2, now I actually can't remember, but he does look great. Paulista's in. We also managed to get Arthur on loan as well from Liverpool. Again, just looks like a decent midfielder, a bit of backup in midfield. He might even start, to be fair. He's got great traits as well. We'll see how he can do. But in season 3, boys, it is time to bring out the Thanos. It is time to bring out the Avengers Endgame of tactics. It's the 4-3-3 with 3 strikers, baby. Of course, Luka Modric is being locked in to that attacking playmaker position in the middle of the park. He's going to be the one threading the through balls through to them strikers, linking up with the DLF on his side. If I pick the best 11, boys, this is how the team is now looking. Martinez, Jota and Ayew up front. Arthur and Modric in midfield with Mesa behind. You've got Tierney and Smith in fullback with Evans, Sidney and Meret at the back. I think within 3 seasons, we have already transformed this team. It already looks like a much, much better team than season 1. But of course, boys, this season, we are now in the Europa League, which we have, of course, not been in before. So we'll see how the boys can do in there. It's time to simulate season 3. Let's see what these Swans can do, baby. Well, lads, it's doom and despair day. It's a 10th place finish in the Premier League. I mean, it's +1 from last season, but we've got 53 points. Again, it's one of them again where 3 points is the difference between 7th. You know, if we win an extra game, draw an extra game, we have 57 points. We finish 7th. We're back in Europe. It looks great. But unfortunately, it just wasn't to be. Swansea finish in 10th place. If we look at some of the average ratings and some of these stats on the right, Modric, again, was the top assister this season with 14 assists. Tammy Abraham also got a lot of player in the matches and a very good average rating. But yeah, 15 wins, 8 draws, 15 losses. 15 losses is just way too many losses if you're trying to push for Europe on FM. If we look at the other competitions as well, lads, we did not manage to win any silverware this season. In the Euro Cup, we were knocked out in the round of 16 by Leipzig. If we go to the group stage, we were in Group D, where we actually had Marseille in our group, who finished 2nd, but we finished top. We won 6 out of 6 games. We were very dominant in the group stage. But as we go into that round of 16, we do face Leipzig, and we do get knocked out 4-2. If I show you this Leipzig side, it actually is a very good team. Kramaric, Augustin, Godwin, Naby Keita, Delaney, Forsberg, Mertesacker, Orban, Schmelzer. They have got some decent players. I feel like we got unlucky with that draw. Again, in the FA Cup, it's a quarter-final exit, and unfortunately, we drew Manchester City. And if you look at some of the other teams, Derby, Accrington, Watford, Burnley, Stoke, you know, we could have drew one of them teams, but we didn't. We got knocked out in the quarter-final 4-1. That final was actually played at Wembley. United, Watford, and United managed to win 3-1, so at least City didn't win, eh? In the Carabao Cup as well, we were disappointing. We were knocked out by West Ham in extra time as well, and we did play at home, so I am very, very disappointed at that. That Carabao Cup final was played between Tottenham and Arsenal, when Arsenal went on to actually win in extra time as well. If we look at the numbers for the season, Tammy Abraham was on loan this season and managed to get 30 goals and 14 assists, which is crazy. Diogo Jota getting 21, Arthur getting 18 on loan as well, another good loan move. Lautaro Martinez with 16, Ayew with 15. Luka Modric this season dropping off at the goals a little bit, but his assists are up with 18 assists. I mean, if I look at the goals, the assists and stuff like that, I would look at that team and think, surely we were like pushing for Europe, you know. I'm thinking like 8th, 7th, 6th kind of place in the league, but wasn't to be this season. If we come over to the scouting, we've only got £27 million this season as well. Not getting Europe, not doing too well in the competitions as well, not getting far in the Europa League has clearly had an impact on us. I mean, for season 4, this is going to pretty much be like a rebuild within a rebuild, boys. We've got to take this team from, you know, going from Conference League to Europa League, and we've just absolutely shot that down. So we need to find a way to get this team firing again. Let's see what we can do in season 4's transfers. Right, boys, welcome back to season 4, and this smile is because a certain man from a certain club has joined me on a free transfer. I could not believe my eyes when this guy's contract was expiring. Welcome to Swansea City, Bruno Fernandes. Oh my lord, every single time I do one of these rebuilds, boys, for context, I always look at the contract expiring in 3 months from the May point. And when I saw Bruno, the top of that list, I could not believe my eyes. And Bruno joins us on a free from Sported. I have no idea what's happened over there. I have no idea how I've got him. He's a world-class ability. I mean, look at his attributes. He looks absolutely unbelievable. I can't wait to use him in this team. But also the next signing, which is quite interesting, is Lucas Paqueta over from Flamengo for 12 million. Now, Lucas Paqueta on this database is more like a shadow striker, you know, even like an advanced forward, a deep line forward type attribute player, and he looks insane. So I'm very, very happy to have Lucas Paqueta at the club for £12 million. He might even start as one of them DLFs in the tactic. And finally, at Swansea City, we have brought in Ballon d'Or winner Rodri. This was the most expensive transfer of the summer. It was £42 million for Rodri. A good passer of the ball. I mean, his attributes do not reflect the player he is in real life whatsoever, but he still does look very, very good. Rodri joins this Swansea team. Now, for this season, boys, I've changed up the tactic again. I've gone for a 4-2-3-1 to accommodate the new players we've bought. Of course, we've got the Brunos, we've got Lucas Paqueta now, we've got Rodri. We need more in midfield. And if we quick pick our best 11, boys, look at that team now. The back four's looking solid, but Modric and Rodri in that DM role with Jota, Paqueta, Fernandes and Martinez ahead of them. That looks scary. Surely we have now built a team that is ready to at least get back into European places in the league. That attack alone is scary to look at. You've got Paqueta on that left, Bruno through the middle, Jota bow-footed cutting in or going on the outside, Martinez now, who's a 3.5-star player, and if you look at his development, he is looking like a very good Premier League striker. And if I just click on squad as well, if you just look through the names, Bruno, Meret, Martinez, Rodri, Modric, Tierney, Paqueta, it looks like a very good team. And of course this season, boys, we've got no European competition whatsoever. We've just got the Prem and the 2 cups to focus on. So I'm expecting to qualify for some sort of European competition again, and I want a good cup run. We've been to the quarterfinals twice. Can we get to a final and win? Let's go in season 4. That's the way, I like it, Swansea back in Europe, I like it, Don't unsubscribe, please. But lads, we've done it. Back into that 6th position, 71 points, boom. The 4-2-3-1 has worked absolute wonders. If we look at some of the league stats here, by the way, just want to highlight Romelu Lukaku at United, scored 38 Premier League goals. 38 Premier League goals. Bruno Fernandes was in the top average rating with a 7.37 rating. Lucas Paqueta and Adam Smith with some of the top assists. You got Modric getting a lot of yellow cards, probably his physical's lacking. You got Bruno as well, getting 8 player of the matches. Very good season. But the thing is, lads, I'm going to make it even better. FA Cup winners, vamos! We did win the FA Cup this season. I knew with that squad, we were capable of going on some sort of run. We had no European distraction. We could focus on the Prem and the Cups, and we've won won a cup and finished 6th in the Prem. Brilliant season. Let's have a little bit of a look through our FA Cup run. We'll start from the 4th round where Swansea played Charlton and we won 2-0. Comfortable. In the 5th round, we played QPR, won 3-0. Dominated. In the quarter-final, we won 3-1 against Tottenham. Mogged. In the semi-final, we played Man United, 3-2 winners. Probably look at... And in that final, the other side of Manchester wanted to go. They didn't stand a chance. 3-2 winners. And if we click into the final, Kieran Tierney, Paqueta and Bruno getting the goals. Lucas Paqueta actually got sent off in the 43rd, but we hung on. Very, very good to see. Modric actually played in this game for 89 minutes as well. 89 minutes Modric played. He's now about 36. He was on the pitch for pretty much the full game. And we were knocked out in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup by Ipswich, but no one cares about that. Squad-wise, though, for the season, we got 28 goals for Martinez. Bruno Fernandes coming in and providing that instant impact with a 7.35 average rating, then 27 goals. Jota and Paqueta having good seasons as well. Mesa doing well. Modric, Marino doing well. Adam Smith with 14 assists. It's a very, very good season for the Swansea boys. Just quickly, boys, here's how Luka Modric looks as well now at 35 years old. As you can see, his physicals have absolutely tanked. But on the ball, still 19 passing, good vision, good first touch. No matter what, I am not taking this man out of the team. You think I'm going to detriment the link he has with Swansea, the ownership, the takeover, just because I want a few more wins on FM? He's here and he's the main part of this team. In the scouting though, boys, we might only have 14 mil for the last season. I am going to have to do some sales, I think, some big sales. Let's see what we can do though, boys, in the final season in Season 5 with this Swansea team. Yes, boys, Season 5 transfers are ready to go. And I want to say, if you are one of the people that makes it to the end of these videos and watches all 5 seasons and sees how I do in every single season of every rebuild I post, I love you. Thank you for watching the videos, and thank you to everyone that comments and likes and subscribes as well. When you boys are doing that, it's helping push these videos out to more people, helping me grow as a creator, and I really do appreciate it, boys. But enough of the soppy stuff. First signing of the window was a regen, or a new gen, whatever you call them. It is Vladimir Ramic, a striker, 16 finishing, good determination. He's 6'2". He just looks like a goal threat. Now, of course, boys, like I said at the start of this video, this Season 5 game file, when you see the end result of Season 5, will be available on my Patreon. So if you boys want to continue this rebuild, you can do. If you want to continue it and make it your own and maybe like lower Modric's age, or do a takeover where you do like a financial takeover with Modric, you boys could do whatever you want with it. It's available on the Patreon if you want it, patreon.com/BigRobbo14. The next signing though, which took a lot of installments, was Florinel Coleman. I think I paid about 10 mil up front and about 20 mil in installments. He weren't cheap, but again, very good. Striker, can play cam, can play on the wing, plays all over the gaff, beats the offside trap. Very, very good player on this retro database. And the final signing of this rebuild, boys, was Sander Mas. Now, I actually found this guy using my Patreon Wonderkid filter. He looks incredible for an attacking midfielder. He only cost me £9 million. He's got good passing, good vision, good decisions. He's very, very good. He almost looks like a young Luka Modric, if you get my gist. Maybe you boys who carry on this rebuild can train him in that Modric role and make him your own Modric. As well, boys, in Season 5, I am absolutely going for it this season. We're going 3 up front. We're putting a cam behind. We're making the DMs more defensive. I am going for goals. We've got players in this team now. Martinez, Bruno, Coleman, Paqueta. Attacking talent, Jota, Mas, the wonder kid. We have got enough talent to be able to fill them slots and do damage to teams. We are going all-out attack in that Europa League and in that Premier League. Listen, this could be a risk. I could get relegated this season and not win anything, but it's a risk I'm willing to take in Season 5 to get Swansea up that Premier League table and try and lift another cup competition. Of course, boys, it is the final season. Can we try and win that Europa League trophy? Can we win another cup trophy? And can we win the Premier League? It's the last time that we need to simulate for today's video. Let's go and do it, lads, and let's hope we can win that Premier League. We definitely don't win the Premier League. Well, boys, welcome back to Season 5, and even though we do not win the Premier League, Swansea record the highest Premier League finish under my tenure. We come 5th in the Premier League, beating Liverpool to that 5th spot, actually, by 4 goal difference, get mogged. But we finish on 72 points with 22 wins, 6 draws, and 10 losses. I think even though we didn't manage to win the Premier League in this rebuild, Swansea in this database, when you start, are projected around 15th, 16th in the league. We've took them now into qualifying for Europe multiple times, and finally, qualifying for the Champions League by finishing 5th in the Prem. It's a shame that we can't do Champions League in one more season, but like I said, we finish 5th in the league, 22 wins, very happy. But I'll tell you something else, lads, what makes me even happier? It's another European trophy. enter Swansea's cabinet because we've done a Europa League as well. I couldn't be more proud of this team. I actually love this team. I love this rebuild. We've managed to win the Europa League against Tottenham, just like Man United are going to do on Wednesday. In fact, this video might be coming out after that game's been played on the Wednesday the 21st. This video's probably coming out like the 22nd, the 23rd, 24th, that kind of range. So when you watch this video, you'll know if Tottenham actually beat United or United beat Tottenham or United. Please, please, boys, please do it. Oh my lord. If we look at the groups, boys, we go through the groups undefeated, playing AZ, Ammonia and Cespe. In the round of 16, we drew Benfica and got a huge 5-1 result against Benfica, who are really good on FM in general, so I'm very pleased with that. We move into the quarterfinals where we play Fenerbahce. We beat them 6-2 in aggregate. That's quite a nice draw, though, to be fair. We move to the semi-finals where we face AC Milan and win 8-3 on aggregate. We're playing European giants now at this point, and then into that final where we beat Tottenham 4-2. If we look at the stats of the game, I would say we are deserved winners. We got Jordan Ayew with a brace, Lautaro Martinez with a goal as well, and Harry Winks with an own goal. It's very good to see Jordan Ayew and Martinez getting the goals, players who have literally been here since season 1. And as you can see, boys, in the team selection, all the way now into this lateness of his career, Luka Modric played 72 minutes, getting a 6.9 rating in the final. If we just look at Luka now, he is actually retiring at the end of the season, so we timed it perfectly. Luka Modric is done with his career in football, and this is how he ends. To be fair, his physicals obviously have dropped off, but the mentals and technicals are still very much there. An unbelievable player on FM and in real life, and for this Swansea rebuild. If I have a quick click into his history, you can see when he joined us, Swansea there, getting 28 goal contributions in the Prem there, then 20, then 16, then 9, then 12. But across all competitions, boys, he's pretty much every season hitting 20 plus contributions from midfield, which is absolutely incredible, especially in the Premier League as well, the hardest league in the world. In the other cups though this season, boys, we had an absolute howler. 3rd rounded by Palace and 4th rounded by Huddersfield is shocking. But listen, Champions League football, a Europa League win, we won a Conference League, and we also did win an FA Cup in this rebuild. That's 3 trophies from 5 seasons. Swansea in the Champions League by the end of season 5 as well. Couldn't be happier. If we look squad-wise for this season, Lautaro Martinez has had his best season by a mile with 47 goal contributions. I'm quickly just going to hover over a few players as well while I talk through, boys. If you look at Martinez, his development looks amazing now. 18 decisions, anticipation at 17, off the balls, good physicals, finishing. Looks unbelievable. You got Florinel Coleman, who we brought in, doing well. You got Lucas Paqueta, who was a decent signing, who's now worth 60 million, getting a good amount. Diogo Jota, who's now been here for a few years, having a good season. Sander Mas actually managed to get 24 games in the first team, which is decent, and it looks like he is developing quite well as well. He is definitely a player who could take over that Modric role as he's retiring, 100%. But the rest of the team did unbelievable. I mean, Bruno this year only getting 12 contributions. I don't know what happened there. I think he might have been played a bit deeper, maybe. I don't know, though. Adam Smith getting 23 assists as well. Kieran Tierney getting 13 assists. Kieran Tierney as well, someone who's been here for a while. He's been a great left-back for us across these seasons since we've signed him. I'm just very, very happy with this squad overall. I think we've built an amazing squad, and a squad that can also be improved, most importantly, if you boys want to carry it on. So, boys, this is the end of the rebuild. I mean, I can't even believe this tactic actually got me into 5th place in the Premier League. We just absolutely went for it this season. Maybe this is an underrated tactic, just going all out attacking, having them defensive DMs, bombing the fullbacks up. Like I said, boys, if you want to use any tactic that was used in this video, the 4-1-2-1-2, the 4-2-3-1 with the cams, this 4-2-4 with 4 strikers, they are all going to be available on my Patreon when this video is released with the game file. But lads, that has been another amazing rebuild. Very, very enjoyable to film this one, bringing in all sorts of players from all over the world. Your Colemans from Basel, you've got Martinez coming from Argentina, Fernandez, Modric doing so well, getting Rodri, a Ballon d'Or winner, into the team is just mental. I absolutely love using these retro databases. If you boys liked this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe as well, and leave a comment about who you think was the best signing of this rebuild. How about that one? Who do you think, when I signed them, you thought, yeah, decent player, Robbo? Of course, as well, these videos are not possible without Mr. Teeny23. The database is available on his Patreon and his Patreon only. If you go to Google and type in Mr. TINI23 Patreon, it will come up and you can download this 17 to 18 database. But thank you boys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.